What is a slave? Everybody want to say we was always lined up for a rope. But I'm gonna tell you something. I was never made for a rope. That was a man-made decision. Everybody wants us to think that's all it is. No, you got a life. You supposed to accomplish stuff. You supposed to fulfill what your destiny is and what you want to do versus of what other people tell you to do. Yes, we could go out there and be the best, or we could be immaculate. I like to catch it all. My problems is I'm not saying I'm money orientated. You might say I'm greedy, but I'm really not that. I think money is just a survivor for. I basically use it for means for that, but I know I need to be better on how I distribute it and how I use it. That's what the lesson I learned. It can be gone as quick as you got it, and then you got these jealous and haters, and you got to go out there and you got to beat them in them streets. So you can't be a weak hoe, as you call it, a weak pimp, or you call it as a weak chauvinist, or a weak asshole, or basically just prejudice, weak prejudice. You know what I'm saying? We can't act like that. We got to see beyond that. If you want to win in the beyond the veil, you got to first understand the game. You walk it, you smell it, you breathe it, you understand it, and you go by faith and you make sure you can trust or you know who you trust in. And sometimes loyalty is the best thing. If it can't be no loyalty, then we cannot talk. Basically, I disregard you at the door. That means your word ain't nothing, but what you wrote on that paper means a lot. So don't go in no deals with somebody that don't want to be real with you and they playing you from the start. Like player hater hater, that little rivalry things. We not playing checkers and chess. We playing real life money. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to pimp you and you ain't trying to pimp me in these streets because I tell people, everybody talk about a pimp, but a pimp don't pimp nobody that don't let them pimp them. First of all, let's get that straight. See, a pimp work on your mental status. If your mental status and your maturity is not there yet, a pimp will play off of that and probably destroy you with your own words and you make you be out there selling for them draws or whatever you got to call it that you work with because you can't see behind the bullshit. You wasn't made to be everybody's wash hoe. You better look beyond born to wash everybody's underwear and clean everybody's drawers because baby, I don't like being known as the street whore. But that's what they call us. And I don't care if you was a common and you living straight, you gonna always be called the B. So remember that. The players always hate another player. And that's just the way it is. It's called playing chess or checkers. You can call it what you want. I'm not going to trust you and you don't trust me because if we ain't on the same standards, then how